A live look this morning at a flooded basement in far northwest suburban Libertyville. Vintage blues items now destroyed. Just one of the areas hit hard by those heavy storms overnight. And take a look at the second round of storms going through the same suburb at daylight, bringing not only rain but hail.
And here in nearby Mundelein, the fire department teams had to use inflatable boats to rescue people from a flooded senior apartment complex. It almost looks like kayaks on a lake there. Everyone found temporary shelter at a nearby police station. Over to Fox Lake, roads look more like rivers, that is, heavy rains no match for drains that just couldn't keep up. And a frustrating commute. Metro passengers left stranded after a tree falls across train tracks on the Milwaukee District North Line. At this hour, trains are still not running. Live radar right now still super active this morning. It will stay that way for a while. A lot to get to, folks, here at 11. I'm Marissa Bailey.
I'm Erin Kennedy. We begin with meteorologist Megan Glaros. And Megan, there's a new flood warning just issued.
Right. It was issued about 45 minutes ago. It does include parts of Cook County and includes a large chunk of Chicagoland. And the reason for it is all this very heavy rain. These thunderstorms have been essentially training one after the other as the whole system moves slowly down through Chicagoland, which means you're going to find heavy thunderstorms rolling right over the same area time and time again. And we've got additional activity developing back out to the west here, west of Rockford. We have had some severe thunderstorm warnings, but the main threat today really remains from the intense rain and what that's doing to us in terms of flooding. We've got flash flood warnings up for the entire area in the red. That's anywhere from Cook County out to Aurora, up to McHenry, over to Waukegan. And we are talking about intense heavy rains in excess of 7 to 8 inches in spots. And the rain continues to fall as it pushes down now into northwest Indiana. We're going to see more showers and storms before this day is done. Let's look at just some of the totals that we have so far. Heavy rain in Third Lake, the accumulation 5.4 inches. Lindenhurst about 4.2. We've got Lake Villa at 5.3 inches of rain. Long Lake at about 4.5. And look at Haynesville coming in with 7.1 inches of rain. If we move on down to the south, Shields picked up about 5.5 inches of heavy rain, as well as Libertyville just over 5 inches. And these are just a smattering of the totals that we're getting in. We've also had hail in excess of almost 3/4 of an inch size and even greater in some areas. So as this continues, we have so much what's called precipitable water available today. That means the moisture that's available in the atmosphere for our storms to work with. There's so much today that they're just able to tap into that source of moisture. And as that happens, we could potentially see additional development later on tonight going into the overnight. And the Storm Prediction Center has us very clearly at a risk for severe storms today. You probably could have all said that at home right here, but we've got that slight risk that continues for everyone pretty much through the rest of the day today. Futurecast model will show that we do expect additional spotty activity developing, and this is through the overnight. So now we're running more rain on top of what we've already seen. The threat is not over yet. This active period will likely continue through tomorrow, finally giving us a little bit of break going into the weekend. And we'll talk about that coming up when I show you the 7-day forecast, which does have sunshine in it, I promise. But Elton Isley right now in Schaumburg sends us this picture. Look how dark and threatening those skies looked from Schaumburg looking north. So we'll continue to track this. Of course, there's so much to talk about with the rain today, Marissa and Erin.
All right, Megan, thanks. We'll check back with you in a bit. The rush of rain, just too much for many sump pumps in the area.
CBS 2 Susanna Song is live with the mobile weather lab near downtown Libertyville, where people are dealing with those flooded basements. It's so hard to see, Susanna.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We are at the Village Press in Libertyville. It is a printing company. I want you to take a look at the basement here. There's at least 2 feet of murky water here. I'm going to stick this stick into the water to show you the levels. You can see how high it goes based on this line. This is how high the water goes. Now, of course, all of this coming from the torrential rain overnight. Now, moments ago, the owners of this company put a sump pump in the basement to, of course, suck out the water. They kept a lot of antique items collected over the years in the basement. Earlier, they were down here trying to salvage as much as they could, but the owner estimates hundreds of dollars in losses.
In this basement, we lost a lot of cutting dies and paper. And in the basement next door, old blues and rock posters and tapes and CDs.
Have you seen anything like this in Libertyville?
I have not. And I've lived here 60 years.
It's also been a rough morning at the home of CBS 2 photojournalist Dino Polizzi. You can see all of the carpet pulled up. The drywall is cut out where water had been pouring out of the walls. They've been busy cleaning the basement, trying to get all that water out.
Not surprised, old houses, old problems, but not what I wanted to see. I was up past my running shoes. There were little faucets of water spouting out of the walls. Pulled up carpet tiles, tried to vacuum up as much as I could.
Back live now here with the mobile weather lab. You can see that the humidity reads 92%, the dew point at 66.4, which goes to show there's still a lot of moisture in the air. Also, the rain for today, 1 inch, and that's since 5:30 a.m. when the mobile weather lab arrived here in Libertyville. We are live in Libertyville. Susanna Song, CBS 2 News.
Our hearts just go out to those people. Susanna, thank you. Meanwhile, a downed tree on Metro tracks near Libertyville continues to force train cancellations on the Milwaukee District North line this morning.
That's right. Here's a look at a photo of that tree across the track sent to us by Metro. There are also concerns about the tracks from all that water in the area as well. And here is another view of the stopped Metro train right behind that tree. Right now, trains as late as 1:35 have already been canceled. Now, we caught up with stranded and frustrated commuters at Libertyville stop earlier this morning.
You know, people who live in Libertyville, you know, are offering to drive people to the closest train station to try and get downtown for work today.
The roads were also closed, and I figured that this was my best option on how to get downtown. I didn't really know if I'd have an option to get to the highway, so I came here. I've been waiting for the tree to clear, and this has been my morning so far.
This also unbelievable. Take a good look at North Suburban Lake Forest. More lake than forest today. This is near Route 60 this morning. The car there just sitting there stranded. Remember, police say do not try to drive through those flooded streets. And you might say that goes for walking too. Here in Libertyville, a woman gets trapped in knee-deep water. Chopper 2 also caught a couple of cars stalled and stranded in the flooding, but luckily a fire department truck did arrive later on the scene. We're told that everyone got out safely.
Now back to the senior complex surrounded by floods in Mundelein. You can see fire department teams slowly helping people to safety using inflatable boats there. Mundelein's fire chief says firefighters were quick to act.
It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. We received the calls for the flooding. I received the call about 3:30. That's when we headed out here. The firefighters, the battalion chief on scene has already started moving people, coming up with a plan to move into the police station.
Altogether, about 20 people were moved out of the complex. We're told everyone did make it out okay and no injuries were reported.
Also in Mundelein, yet another SUV trying to make it down the middle of a flooded street. This driver was moving so slowly, the water up to the headlights here. But this driver's vehicle not just stuck in the water. Looks like the flood really got the best of this car. He's left there just waiting for help.
And hey, take a look at this. Home in Fox Lake has its own lake flowing right through the driveway and the garage. Several homes in this neighborhood are now facing similar problems this morning. The rain ran a car off the road in nearby Lake Villa. The driver hydroplaned into a ditch covered with water. The good news is there were no serious injuries reported.
And here's the power of Mother Nature as seen in still photos. Julie Dixon sent us this image from Round Lake Beach. You can see her the stairs to what should be her backyard, but today stairs down to nothing but water. Here's the view from the nearby community of Round Lake Park. This is a park where people should be able to play basketball. Today they could be kayaking there. We're also told several cars trying to navigate flooded roads became stranded and the drivers needed to be rescued. Tiffany Griffin in Round Lake sent us this photo. She has a water slide there, all thanks to the rain.
And we're also getting word of crews responding to reports of a person hit by lightning in Fox Lake. It turns out the victim's truck was actually struck. That is, while he was cleaning it, that victim is now in good condition. And with more storms on the way tonight, you can get weather alerts sent right to your phone. Just download the CBS 2 weather app at the App Store or at Google Play.